We're spending one day at Mount Vernon where we'll wander through its grounds, tour George Washington's historic home, and even discover 18th century music. We're going to start with an unconventional way to see Mount Vernon.
We're taking a river cruise, which a lot of people don't know that you can do, and you can obviously only do it during like the summer months. Okay, well the boat is a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, and I'm not a fan of watercraft, but just gotta get on the boat and I'll be fine.
Well, it's a strange start. We can't go upstairs, we can't go downstairs. We can only sit in this middle level, which is conveniently where the snack bar is. Maybe it's like a scheme to try to get people to buy snacks before they open up the upper deck. I don't know.
Looks like you can go up now. Let's see. Mount Vernon looks so picturesque from here. The red roof just really makes it pop out. And the clouds, like it just almost looks fake, like a little miniature version of Mount Vernon.
I'll be honest, I thought the boat tour was very underwhelming.
It was a little underwhelming. I mean, they're like, oh, take your pictures of Mount Vernon, and it's like this big. But it was very relaxing.
Earlier, I said we were seeing Mount Vernon in an unconventional way, but I was reading before the boat tour that boat was the safest and most convenient way to see Mount Vernon way back in the day. We're talking like 1800s. And once they allowed steamships to go to Mount Vernon, it could only take 90 minutes to get to Mount Vernon, as opposed to 4 hours of traveling on poorly managed roads from Alexandria. So that's a little fun fact. We did it how they used to do it.
That's true. Mount Vernon has 4 different gardens, but we're probably just going to go to one today, and it happens to be my favorite. It's the upper garden. I love it because it has tons of flowers. It's got like a cool boxwood layout, and it's just very 18th century. And then in the greenhouse, which is in this garden, they're doing dance demonstrations, and they'll show you how to do different dances from the 18th century. I think one was called Jabby-O or something. No idea what that means, but hopefully we can try it and see what it's all about. That was so fun. I felt like I was in Pride and Prejudice, but it was so confusing. I couldn't really hear the woman that well with the instructions, and I have like no coordination at all. So I was really relying on my partner who works here and like obviously knew what she was doing. But it was a lot of fun. I would love to go to like an old school colonial ball and really put those skills to the test.
Here's a behind the scenes look of the traveling stewards, the struggles we put ourselves through.
We have a fan, so thank God for that. I hear someone hammering away, and I think we are close to the blacksmith. There are tons of different like outbuildings around here, and it's really cool when you get to see people in action. So let's see what they're up to. That was pretty cool. They said that they were making nails in there, and they said that they make nails that are actually used here, like at Mount Vernon, and they even make stuff that's sold in the gift shop. So we have a little bit of time before we have to start lining up for our tour of the home. And so we're going to go check out where George Washington is buried. He's actually buried here on the property, as well as his wife Martha and some of their family members. There's a lot of ambiguity surrounding what Washington died of. I guess historians have settled on that he died from some sort of like throat infection. But I remember the last time we were here, our tour guide said that in an effort to cure him, his doctors were draining him of blood, and they drained like 40% of his blood. So I'm thinking that had something to do with how he passed, but geez Louise. Just a little further down from the tomb is where there's a slave memorial, so we are definitely going to spend some time over there. Our tour is in like 15 minutes and we should probably line up, but they have animals. We've been wanting to see animals like all day. We're finally seeing some. This one's me. We are finally about to tour Mount Vernon, which does have AC, even though it didn't obviously when Washington lived here. Some fun facts from what I remember touring this before. I've been here several times. Number one, he inherited the home. A lot of people think he like built it from the ground up. He did not, but he definitely expanded onto it to make it what it is today. And I think his home was like 10 times bigger than the average colonial home.
I remember there's a room painted green, and it was the most expensive color of paint back in the day.
Yes, I think there are a few rooms painted green because they were just really, really not humble about the fact that they were very wealthy and living off of enslaved labor. I don't remember if you can take video or anything, but I'm sure you can take photos. So no matter what, we will try to show you a glimpse into the house and some highlights.
I don't think we've ever toured a historic home that fast. That was very, very fast.
So we were in there like in and out in like 13 minutes. It's still amazing to see all of the different rooms. It's just so beautiful. I love the decor from back in that time.
It would have been nice to just hear a little more information about some of the rooms because, I mean, when we went upstairs, there were like, what, 5 bedrooms there?
Mm-hmm. You can see the room that Washington died in.
Yeah.
The actual bed that he died in. Said that after he died, Martha didn't stay in that bedroom anymore. She like occupied a different bedroom upstairs. So that was a tidbit that we did learn. All the more reason just to do more things here at Mount Vernon than just go to the house because the house itself is probably like the least amount of time you'll spend here. There's so many other things to do. I hear a fife. Where is he? I can like hear it coming from somewhere.
Sounds like it's over there. Is he like going to come?
I love the sound of a fife so much. I think I found him. Mount Vernon apparently has their own resident fifer who's supposed to be performing, and I think I see where that's going to happen. I think there are chairs. Oh, yes.
I'll have to say that's the coolest thing I've done so far. I really enjoyed that.
He played everything from a recorder to a crutch, like a walking crutch, which I was not expecting.
He made learning about music really fun. I mean, I love music already, but like he was showing like, oh, anything can be a flute, you know, crutch, garden hose, drumstick. It was crazy to see like what he would whip out of his bag of tricks and, oh, what is he going to play next, you know?
All right, we are going to attempt to get dinner at a restaurant here called the Mount Vernon Inn.
Yes.
Mount Vernon Inn. And I think it's supposed to be like a tavern style 18th century dining with peanut soup, apparently, which is very Virginian of them. Reservations are not required, but no reservations available for today. So you might not get a table at all, but we're at least going to try.
I'm looking forward to the cornbread. It looks very good. They serve it in like a skillet.
Oh, cool. I can't believe it, but we actually got a seat. We'll be busy later, but right now, like, no one's here. And it's gorgeous in here. I love the decor. Like, this is how I would decorate my house. I got the roasted turkey pot pie, and Corey got the fried chicken with a cornbread appetizer. So we'll see what that's all about. What a delicious meal. That pot pie was just what I wanted. Such a comforting meal.
I enjoyed my meal as well. The fried chicken was like just a tad dry. Not a big deal though. Maybe it was more realistic. Maybe that's how fried chicken was back in the day. I don't know. The cornbread appetizer was really cute. I've never had butter like that. It was vanilla bean butter, and it tastes exactly like vanilla bean butter. It's kind of nice, very sweet. I liked it.
Next time we are exploring the charming city of Ellicott City, Maryland. See you then.
In a inconventional
Unconventional.
whatever the science was back then. Whatever the science was.
I got the...
I was like, how did people even like get here?